What is up? What is up, guys? This is the Overleveled Podcast, episode 122, and we have some things to talk about, to say the least. And we had a stealth drop of a certain game, which we'll talk about. We had the Game Awards announcement. We had Battlefield SMT 5, and an imminent Pokemon release. But of course, before we get into that, we have Alish and Bless Red, and we have to talk about the games that we have been playing, and the game that I've been playing so far has been SMT 5, which is really, really good. Great hardcore JRPG. Been having a great time with that, and I definitely don't see a lot of people going to support that on Nintendo Switch, but hey, there may be a PC port in the future, and we'll get into that later. And I can recommend this. It is probably my favorite JRPG of this year. I think it is better than Tales of Arise for me personally. And it's very much more gameplay focused in the beginning of the game. Very much a different aspect compared to Persona. And a lot of people don't realize SMT is the original series and Persona is a spin-off series. But very much, I've been enjoying the hell out of the game. The artwork in that game is great. And I can't really talk more about it, but I'll say check it out. I've also been playing a little game called Final Fantasy XIV. I know in the latest episode, I think I talked about beating Heaven's Ward, or if not, I was close because of the patches. So. But I beat Stormblood, beat the patches, and I beat Shadowbringers, and I'm on the patch, and my item level, or my gear level, is 483. And I think the max gear level is 530, and then your weapon 535, which is your relic weapon. And I will say this, Shadowbringers is the darkest, I think, expansion for Final Fantasy XIV. I think that was amazing. If I have to go into a ranking system when it comes to story, it would be Shadowbringers, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, then Realm Reborn. But if I go dungeon and raid base, it goes Shadowbringers, Stormblood, Heaven's Ward, and then Realm Reborn. But I very much have been enjoying my time into it, and I still have to finish it because of the patches afterwards. So I think I did one of the patches already, so I still have quite a ways to go. But overall, I've been enjoying my time with that game. The game is just addicting. The community is really, really great. It's I don't know how to describe it. It's I look up comparisons of communities and community building, and Yoshi P wasn't trying to create a community. He was trying to have people create the community for themselves. And he talks about the community very passionately, unlike a certain game like WoW, for instance. And to say the least, I can't wait for Endwalker to come out. And that launch trailer for Endwalker was magnificent. And the music for 14 is super good, really good. And after playing all the expansions, I can say I'm very much excited for Final Fantasy 16 because of the team that did 14 is working on 16, and DMC5 Combat Director. And I'm just super, super happy that they're working on it, and you can definitely tell that they're using the same voice acting company because of the British voice actors in 16. So not shocked about that. But yeah, overall, and I've also been playing Halo Infinite, and I can say this: Halo Infinite, I very much been enjoying that game. Very much been enjoying that game. I think I got almost 10 hours, 9 hours.
I'll be in that motherfucker going pow pow poo poo.
I'll be in that.
Halo Infinite! What's that one game? Halo Infinite!
Oh man. And I will say this, they call this a beta. I can't really say this is really a beta. Like we played the other betas already. This is to me the official release. I don't care what they're calling it. You go to Steam, it's not called Halo Infinite Multiplayer Beta. So, but no, I've enjoyed every aspect of Halo Infinite. The only problem, well, I can't say every aspect. The only problem I have is there's some weird like problems where I'll have like a steady FPS, and then at one point my FPS just tanks for like I don't know, for like I don't know if it just goes like to 30 FPS, and it's like what the hell, and then I have to like close the game and then open it back up, and then it's fine.
It
That
just tanks
happened.
like that for a long. They're sustained.
Yeah, it's just weird because I'll be getting like I don't know 100 FPS, and then it just tanks, just randomly, and it doesn't happen with any other game, like 14
Yeah, it's
or
fucking weird.
so it's just like what the hell, and then I reopen the game and then it's fine. It happened twice, so yeah. What else got? Oh, the only issue I have is player progression. I think player progression is horrendous. I don't have a problem with the battle pass. I just have a problem with player progression. I think challenge base for Halo is just to me not good because I put in about 8 to 9 hours and I'm almost level 4. That shouldn't like take that long.
That's insane. That is really low.
Yeah, I'm on like level 2.
Damn.
I put in like 6 hours. Level 2.
Jeez. That's
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Bruh.
It's so bad.
Bruh.
Yeah, they need to fix that, man.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, man. Season 1's gonna be 6 months long, bro.
Did they say when they're fixing that?
Yep.
Like I'm
I
6
don't know.
months or
They
3
said
months?
that they said there's plenty of content to hold y'all over. So,
Jeez.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of grinding to hold us over.
man, 6 months? Have fun.
6 months,
shit
bro.
up, man.
Dude, I feel like in 2 months I'll be like level 20.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's disgusting. That's the
They might
only
suffer
thing.
an Apex problem.
Like I said, like the performance issues, like it'll get ironed out. I feel, it's not as bad as like the beta for me that I experienced, but I just
Yeah.
like those are the two things they need to do is fix the player progression because the player progression just sucks to me. It just really does.
Yeah.
But
It's terrible.
that's really it for me. In terms of games that I've played so far. What about you, Bless?
I've been playing an assortment of games, multiple multiplayer games. I've been playing Payday 2 on PC, which I haven't played before on PC. I played on PS4, but a PC experience is obviously much better. Very fun game.
Sure about that? Sure about that?
On Payday?
Never mind. I was
Yes, sir.
trying to make a joke.
Oh, okay.
Damn, well, wait, you gotta explain the joke now.
I missed it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Damn it, we
I'm-
can't hear the joke?
No, you know how console guys like, our PC's not always better.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That is true.
Yeah, you already know the vibe. The game is not even. It's probably not even 60 FPS on PS5 because it doesn't have a PS5 version. So
Nope.
there's that. But yeah, that game is super fun. Payday, learning how to fucking do a fucking. There's 1,000 achievements in that game. Like 1,200 achievements. There's so much content.
That's because of the
much
DLC,
content in
right?
that game. Yeah, there's so much content in that game. It's crazy. So it's like, I didn't have the DLC for that game on PS4. I did the base content. So there's shit tons of heists I never even done. So it's like that game is like endless, it's endless fun. What else? I've been like just like jumping from game to game recently. I started Forza Horizon 5. Looks amazing, runs amazing, sound design it's pretty good. I'm not too impressed with the ray traced audio.
Ray traced audio?
Yeah, it's ray trace audio.
Oh, that's a thing. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not super impressed with it, but I mean, it's a racing game. It's not like it's either the car is like to my side or to my behind me. I mean, other or designed like details you don't really hear, like outside of the car's engines, because I mean, there's usually music playing, so you're not necessarily hearing like rain, or you're not hearing like I don't know other stuff in the environment. Really, you're just mostly listening to the music and listening to the cars where they're positioned. So I mean, it's not much to be amazed about, but sound design is good. But overall, it's cool so far. I only put like 2 hours in it. It's definitely a banger so far. Um, Also another game, Shin Megami Tensei 5. Lord, God bless Yuzu and God bless Ryujinx. 100% God bless them. I put like around like 4 to 5 hours in that game so far. Shin Megami, that shit is fucking hard for no reason in the beginning. It starts off hard for no reason. Once you get actual not they're not confidants. What are they called?
Demons.
Actually demons. If you once you get demons, it's actually serviceable. Like, oh, I can deal with this. But when you have one fucking demon and you're trying to do like trying to talk to other demons to get them on your side, if you don't, they just kill you instantly and you just gotta restart. So it's like
Yes.
it's fucking annoying. But I have a full squad now, and now I can actually play the game how it's meant to be played. So I'm still in the first area though, but I was trying to grind and shit to get my demons up to a higher level. But definitely a good game so far. Music hidden. I'm playing it on Yuzu. It has like no like weird quirks about it. It runs basically flawlessly, and I'm using the resolution scaler, so I'm playing at technically 4K, I guess, and it's unlocked frame rate. So when you press Control U, you unlock the frame rate or turn off VSync. So it's like I guess the lowest I seen it was like 70 frames, but it's usually like over 100 FPS. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm definitely gonna beat that game. I don't know if it's gonna be the next game I beat, because I think I have some other short games I want to beat first, but definitely 100% want to play that.
What do you think about the pre-rendered cutscenes? Because I'm just like, for me, I'll say this because I didn't mention it. Pre-rendered cutscenes, I don't think look that good in comparison, and I think they should have used an aesthetic like an anime-esque, style when it comes to like, I don't know, like when you saw the pre-rendered cutscenes, make it like Persona when it comes to like the anime style, so it doesn't look as bad. I just think that maybe that would have benefited from it.
I think the pre-rendered cutscenes are a little bit out of place, yeah. A little bit. I mean, it would feel better. Obviously, it would make more sense on the Switch, but it's a little bit out of place considering where I'm playing it at and how I'm playing it. So yeah, there is that. But overall, that game is a banger so far. Overall, it's a banger. Just straight. I Obviously I don't know much about Shin Megami Tensei, but I hope that they like expand more on everything. Basically, I'm sure they will on the characters and shit, because the way like there was like no frills. The way they just drop you into the fucking action, like off rip.
Oh, it's different than
There was like
Persona.
basically no frills. Yeah. I was like, yo, this is we're in class. It was like, no, we're not. I was like, okay, cool, I guess. And there was like fighting. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, that game is fire though. But what else is there? We on that Halo Infinite? We on that Halo Infinite? Yeah, we on that Halo Infinite.
I'm gonna be on that shit, dog.
Halo Infinite. Yeah, Halo Infinite dropped. First, actually, no. Let me talk about Battlefield first. Let me talk about this piece of shit.
Oh yeah, here we go.
All right.
Here we go.
All right. So Battlefield. All right. this shit is fucking broken. And honestly, I'll preface this with it's fun, but it is not Battlefield. It is far more, it can be far more chaotic than any other Battlefield ever. It is, in some situation, like you're playing like Breakthrough, which is like pretty much a 128 player rush. It can be completely chaotic and just make no sense. It has no flow in terms of combat, yada yada. There's too many vehicles. There's no flow. The problem is there's too many vehicles, but also your initial rocket that you get, your initial rocket launcher doesn't do much damage. Even like a regular Humvee, like a regular truck, it takes like 2 shots of your rocket to kill the truck, which is kind of fucking.
How much does it usually take?
Say if we're playing like regular Battlefield 4, it'd be 1 shot.
Okay.
Boom, blam, dead. And also like tanks as well. Like everything, they seem more tanky. It's probably because obviously more players. They assume more players will be using the RPG because it's not tied to the engineering class no more because there is no more classes. So, but it's just like there's no more of the feeling that I can take on a tank by myself. Unless I have C4, I don't feel like I can take on a tank by myself. I feel like I'm gonna die every single time. So, there's that. Yeah, but so I want to go to technical issues. So, it is usually not stuttering, but it can definitely stutter. And I have a 5900X and a 3080, so it should not be doing that. To preface. So it can definitely stutter. The frame rate is abysmally low, and I think it's either a memory or a CPU bottleneck. I think it's most likely a CPU bottleneck. It's probably like the world thread on your CPU. The thread that they're using for the world is probably like dying or something, because my GPU is like, sometimes it's asleep. Even at max settings with ray tracing on, I'm still not hitting like 90% usage on my GPU.
That's really shit.
So you know that the CPU is just like chugging. It's fucking trying its hardest. Because usually if it's not the CPU, or if it's not the GPU, it's usually the CPU. On a rare occasion, it could be like the memory. Your memories may not be fast enough, or maybe it's the latency of your CPU or something like that. But usually it's either the CPU or GPU, which is the bottleneck, or it could be the engine itself. But it's not the engine. It can definitely go higher FPS, but So it's like, I'm not getting the frames I want. Even when I turn on DLSS, it's just like this kind of sucks. And on top of that, the technical issue of, I think it's due to me having a wireless mouse, but literally multiple times per game this can happen where both my mouse and keyboard, they just disconnect and I can't do anything for 10 seconds straight. It is the most infuriating shit ever. Like, I could be in a gunfight, or I could just be running to a point, and it's just like, oh, this happened? All right, I can't do shit for the next 15 seconds. All right. One time it happened back to back. Like, I got control back to my shit of my controls, and then it happened again. I'm like, all right, I turned off the game, and just like, all right, this is enough. That shit, I don't know what's about it, but I noticed it happened to me and Nova. And I know Nova has a G Pro wireless, or he's using a wireless mouse. So I assume it has something to do with the wireless mice. So that shit is fucking terrible. But graphically, okay. So it's good looking, but it's not a major. It's not incredibly impressive considering we're coming from Battlefield 5. I feel like it's almost on the same par as Battlefield 5, or even slightly less. And they just made it, 3 times the size of maps of Battlefield 5. Because obviously, you have to have a limit. You can't just have everything be taxed on your CPU and GPU. I mean, it has to run on consoles. It has to run on low-end PCs. So there has to be a limit somewhere. But yeah. So the graphically, I think it's like at or below Battlefield 5, and it's just much, much fucking larger, which I don't necessarily care. I don't care for the largeness of uh the regular Battlefield 2042. So Conquest, they have a very small amount of modes. Obviously, they launch with all out warfare, which includes Conquest, which is Conquest, and Breakthrough, which is like a full size map rush, 128 player rush. They launch with a Hazard Zone, which is kind of like you're trying to collect things, and it's like Drop Zone, or not Drop Zone, the Dark Zone in the Division, where you're trying to collect shit and then bring it to a helicopter.
Okay.
But it's obvious it's not an actual area where you die and respawn. It's like it's a game mode where like you have to keep surviving. You have to keep bringing something to a helicopter, and you basically win by doing that. I played it. I don't really understand it completely. I'm not really good at it. Um, Another thing is Portal. And Portal, the problem with Portal is it's not like the original games. There are some aspects of Portal that are not like the original games. For example, like the defibrillators. I think I was playing like on Battlefield 3, and you have to instead of the defibrillators being instant, you just press the button and then you zap them. You have to charge them, and there's like a limit to how many you can charge. You have a limit as to how many you can charge, which was never a limit before. There's like a time. There's like a time. Is it a timer on it? So it's uh, like like the map brings you back to the old school game, and then it's just like, why is this aspect not how it's supposed to be? What are you doing? Yeah. So on top of the other problems of like not having what do you call it, where you can, the better you do, the more you progress in unlock things for your unlock things within a match, like, oh, I have 50% more ammo, or I have more rockets. That little, I forgot what they called, I forgot what the fuck they call that doesn't exist anymore. So you don't progress, you don't get actually more stuff when you're playing the game
If
or
you play
during
poor,
the match.
wait, if you play poor, you don't progress?
No. Actually, I think they took out the experience for it as of right now. But no, I meant like,
Okay, sorry, wasn't there like XP farming going on? Is that why they took it up?
yeah, something like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
But I meant like during not like you get experience when you're playing like all or when you're playing Conquest or whatnot. I'm saying like during the match, the better you do, the more score you gain. In previous battlefields, you unlock more stuff within that you could do within that match.
Okay,
Say
okay.
if I kill a tank, I kill another tank. Now I unlock the ability to have more rockets or some shit like that.
Mhm.
That little, and that would be categorized as like, oh, special, or not specialist, but offensive, defensive, like that stuff that doesn't exist anymore. You can't pick that anymore. So it's like, and on top of that, like the what they did with the revive system and how you can't see medics, it 100% feels like this was not supposed to be a Battlefield game. 100%. It was supposed to be a battle royale
Yeah.
that they makeshifted into a Battlefield game. If it wasn't that, then I don't know what the fuck Dice was smoking if they thought that this made any sense. They regressed on so many mechanics in the game. It doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
So it's like this. What you honestly, you should have just came out with the battle royale. If you're gonna like, this is like a halfway step of like, oh shit, forgot, we people won't want this battle royale, so let's just fucking make it a battlefield game like halfway through development. It's like, no, just go all the way one way or go all the way the other. Why are you doing this half-ass shit? This shit feels fucking half-assed. It's a I don't know. They're just changing mechanics that don't need to be changed. The scoreboard. You can't see your fucking scoreboard after like you can't see how other people are doing. You can't see what your other teammates are taking in terms of kit in your squad. You can't change your squad. You can't change which squad you're in. It's just like, what the fuck are you? What is this? Like, how do you not have basic features that were in previous games? It doesn't logically makes no sense. So it definitely just feels like this was not supposed to be this game. 100%. It was not supposed to be this. Yeah, but yeah, fuck that game. We're on that Halo Infinite. We on that Halo Infinite. Let's go.
You really bought day one. That's crazy. Dropped in like 2 days. That's
That was
wild.
a terrible decision.
That's wild, bro. You call me a shell? That's crazy.
Bro, I was wrong. All right. But now we on that Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite has been amazing. Performance-wise, it is so performance-wise for Halo Infinite, it has been like a mixed bag, kind of. It's been generally good, I say, but it's been kind of a mixed bag because before there was a way to get better performance when you put your minimum and maximum of the frame rate that you wanted to allow. If you put that as the refresh rate of your monitor, if you did that, you got better GPU utilization on and less CPU utilization on the beta. But currently you can't do that for some reason. So I feel like, and I can't use Riva Tuner to see exactly what utilization I'm getting. I could probably use like the shadow play crap, but I don't feel like doing that. So I feel like I'm just losing leaving performance on the table because I can't do that little trick anymore. But overall, the sound design in this game, guns, the maps. There was one map that I'm like, why is this a 4v4 map? It's really fucking large. It's like in a vehicle hangar. It's really large for no reason for 4v4. But whatever. Overall, the maps, the guns, the graphics are pretty good. They are definitely substantially better than than the original 2020 showing of this game. Substantially better, noticeably better. Overall, that game is really good, I gotta say. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's it.
What about you, Alish?
I just want to say before I start, I've been reborn, so I am now I've seen a lot of PC gamers, make fun of fanboys, make videos every day, every couple days, 40-minute videos on fanboys, and they have like weaker PCs than me, so why can't I be like that? So from now on, I'm gonna be one of those guys that just makes fanboy videos every other day about, oh my God, PlayStation fanboys are mad about Forza? Oh wow, they're really mad. Yeah, that's gonna be me from now on. So buckle your seatbelts, boys. But so I am playing. So I beat the last time I beat. So I finally beat that Unsighted game that I mentioned a while ago, and so I gotta say, as someone who I was really looking forward to the game, I really thought that it would be like a cross-code spiritual successor. I was slightly disappointed with the game. So the biggest thing the game has for is that they like to say that we are a action game like Crosscode with roguelike features and a time limit. So the time limit to me is just a way of them from limiting you from exploring the game because they added a feature post-launch that lets you turn off the time itself. Before you would have to go to an easier difficulty turn up, but now they just let you turn off the timer itself. So I turned it off, and then what that pretty much did for me was I got to explore like the rest of the game, but what it had to offer. And honestly, besides the meteor dust, which you use to like extend your time, there really isn't much to find in the game. Compared to Crossco, where there's like really unique and interesting platforming sections that you have to find yourself, and that are completely optional. You can just miss them if you don't look hard enough. The combat is pretty simplistic. It's as long as you can parry on time, and they're very forgiving with the parrying. Very forgiving. You can pretty much beat any boss in a try or two. The only boss I actually struggled with was the final boss because I didn't know you had to jump for a certain attack. I didn't know that. But once I did that, I beat him in my first try. And also, they make the game even easier for you because they have these optional power-ups called cogs, which you can craft. They can like increase your attack, increase your defense, give you extra revive, stuff like that. So they make the game even easier for you if you choose to do that. And they give you a lot of cogs too. Like they give you a lot of freebie cogs just by exploring a minimal level of exploration. Um, I would say that the story was cool. The story was cool, I guess. Um, so like, but like, did it really stand out to me? I don't know. Just it just like to me, this game, if you, I would say this game is for people that if crosscode is too hard for you, and if the puzzles are too like hard for you too, this would be a great compromise because you still get some level of combat from that game. Uh, but it's everything, every element from crosscode is dumbed down in this game, and I think that's fine for people that find crosscode too difficult because that game can get very difficult, especially in the like last few dungeons. Those puzzles are really really difficult, and like I understand people like just don't like that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So for me, it was like a bit disappointing. I would still recommend crosscode because crosscode's like a 40-hour game, and this game is like I beat this game in like 4 or 5 hours. So like and it's like similar pricing, so like it's not even a contest. Um, so they beat that, and then I'm playing. Well, I'm not playing. Well, I know someone who's playing Brilliant Diamond. I've just been watching him play it. You know, wink, wink. But so, I've been seeing him play it, and I think because this is the thing with the Pokemon community, right? So, ever since Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, because that game was like the gold standard of Pokemon remakes because they vastly improved on Gold and Silver. Those games needed to be remade. Those games like were desperately, desperately dated for the time and for Pokemon games especially. So they vastly improved like the mechanics, they vastly improved like the graphics and music. They incorporated stories from Crystal onto the Heart Gold and Soul Silver versions, which usually is never done. And they also added a plethora of extra content, which is the Battle Frontier, and they added um, extra wild Pokemon in the main story. So that's like the gold standard of Pokemon remakes. So ever since that game came out, there's always been this. I'm sure you guys have seen like some sort of Pokemon discourse where like, oh, like Heart Gold Soul Silver was like the peak and all that kind of stuff. And when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire came out, those games, because the problem with I think, and I just realized this when playing Brilliant Diamond was the problem with the stories after Gold and Silver were that it's a lot harder to incorporate the story of the third game onto the first two games because usually the like Giratina or Rayquaza, those Pokemon are made in the event that the two legendaries are clashing, the two main legendaries. So if you have Diamond and Pearl, you can't really make that work because Dialga is not gonna like be by himself and Giratina just like it doesn't really work that way. It's never worked that way for Giratina's character. So it's kind of feels out of place to have him in the Diamond or Pearl storyline. And so playing this game, I realized that like um, that's the reason why Game Freak has never really tried to incorporate those stories. And even in Omega Ruby, they gave us the Delta episode, which was their way of incorporating Rayquaza post game. I don't know if they do that in Platinum. Sorry, Brilliant Diamond. Apparently, there's no sort of Platinum content. But what is odd to me is that there are definitely improvements from Platinum that should have been in this game. Like for example, the gym leader puzzles are a lot more creative in Platinum. The fact that they changed the order of one of the gym badges in Platinum, the fact that like you can get EV in like pretty early on in the game is very helpful. That's on the game. Um, I just beat the fourth badge right now. I just beat the fourth badge. I would say that the difficulty is I would when I first started, I thought it would be like I thought it felt similar, but then as I'm playing it, my Pokemon are vastly over leveled, like by 4 or 5 levels. And then because EXP share is I can't turn it off. So like I have to live with that. Um, And so, like one of the things I just found was so when you're facing your rival, his Pokemon are a lot weaker than they were in Diamond and Pearl in terms of evolution. Versus Diamond and Pearl. Um, what else do I want to say? The music is they started this thing from Mystery Dungeon Remake where they kind of like instead of like completely changing the music versus the original, they kind of like incorporated the sounds from the original, but also added a bit to it to make it modern and new enough. So that's what they kind of did here, which I kind of it is hit or miss. Like there are some songs that like sound really good, and then other songs are just like, what the fuck were they thinking? The main trainer song comes to mind where it's like, well,
Mm.
this sounds like a half-assed like remake. Um, graphics. A lot of people like did not like it when they first saw it. I was always someone who was a fan of it, and I continue to be a fan of it as I play it. It really, really works. I think if they're gonna make more mainline games, this should be what they do because this is an amazing like. If I were to imagine a Pokemon remake with this type of art style, that like two, if I can't get 2D, then this is the next best thing to me because it still stays true to the Pokemon art style that's always been there. The camera's the same. I would say that one of the things that's weird, some of the animations are a little bit weird. Like when the trainers are running, they're not actually running; they're just like walking, but it's like sped up. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't really feel like they're running. It just looks like they're walking, but it's just sped up. What else do I want to say about the game? The underground improvements. I never used the underground in the original. I just felt like it was unnecessary, unless I was getting heart scales. But then they added a different way to get in platinum, so I never needed it. Um, but they tied like extra rare Pokemon to the underground, like a tongue, Houndour, Murkrow. Like some of these Pokemon you could like you'd be lucky to find in the original games, and now you can just find them for really easily. I will say though that when I got to the second gym leader, her Pokemon are, like level 20. So when I went to the underground for the first time in that same city, I found a level 28 Krogunk, which was like 8 levels above. Like it's kind of off. That's kind of weird. That shouldn't really be happening. And so that's kind of one thing that was odd to me. Um, I think what I will say is this is probably the next best remake that they've made so far, which isn't saying much because to me they will remain one good remake. But it's better than Omega Ruby because it doesn't hold your hand as much. Omega Ruby had a lot of problems with holding your hand that people don't want to remember. I don't know why they don't want to acknowledge it. The thing with the Pokemon community is they don't talk about the actual issues with this franchise. They just talk about like dumb shit like national decks bullshit. Like it's just like that game had a lot more problems than National Dex. Let me tell you, that game had a lot more problems than that people did not want to talk about. And yeah, I think Game Freak, I will say one last thing is that they have been like on their shit because they had Pokemon Snap, they had Mystery Dungeon Remake, they had the DLC for Sword and Shield, which I heard were really good, and they have this remake, which is like a good faithful remake, even if it's not platinum elements. It's a Diamond remake, and I haven't played Pokemon Diamond itself in like fucking 13 years since because when the reissue comes out, I never go back because the reissue is just infinitely times better, and it's living proof as I'm playing. I'm like, oh, like it just feels so, like Platinum added so much that I realize now going back to the Diamond after so long. Um, so I'm gonna keep playing it. Oh, I keep on forgetting. So the menus feel a bit laggy. I don't know why, but they don't feel as snappy as they should. Like if I press a button, it'll take a good second or two to like register. And it gets really mundane and really annoying, especially in battles, because like I press command, 2 seconds later, he does the command. Like, it adds up very quickly and Pokemon like they need to fix their shit with that because I don't know what it is. Like maybe the engine can't keep up or something. They need to fix their shit on that. Oh, and also the animations are better. Uh, y'all probably saw a lot of videos of like tail whip being looking like shit or whatever, and like let's say double slap or whatever. They fixed like tail whip looks better. It's more depend on the Pokemon now. I would say that some of the models are still good. Some of the character models are still not very good. So it's definitely I think it's a step in the right direction compared to like Let's Go and compared to what they've made before. Um, but I would never once I beat this game. To be honest, I don't see myself returning to it just because Platinum is like infinitely. It's like going back to base Persona 5 after playing Royal. Like you're not gonna like Royal is just like I know Blessed Red wouldn't know, but Royal is just like a way better reissue than Persona 5. It's not DLC. It's actually like a really big expansion. Uh, so
Yeah.
that's what I've been. That game at $20, bro. When are you gonna get that shit? It was fucking $20.
Maybe when it's 60 FPS, sir.
Okay,
That'll never happen. That'll never happen.
Yeah, when it releases on PC, that's what
Oh
it'll be.
man,
I don't even know if that will.
Nah, Blizzard will be like, nah, $60, Brian.
Dude, watch it come to PC and at
Maybe.
60. I'll laugh.
Maybe, dog.
I think that's it for yeah. Oh, actually, no, this is like not a complaint, but like it sucks. They had to take the game corn away because of like gambling laws, which is kind of shitty. But like it's just like RIP to the game corner. That was always there before. So and I think the music is still there though, which is good. Oh, and what's stupid about it? The game is that the platinum coat, like because Pokemon Platinum had a different like outfit. To get the outfit, you have to pre-order the game. And I think they don't give it to you until February. I'm like, why? Why can't I just fucking get like why? It's so stupid. Such a dumb pre-order bonus. Um, you can change your outfits though, because I know people were concerned about that going into the game. Oh, and what's really weird was that they like they didn't take any of the Platinum redesigns, but they decided to take the Galactic Building design from Platinum. I don't know why that was the one thing they decided to take, but I guess and like man, like I'm sorry, like this I can just keep going on with this game, but like Cyrus, like the villain, right? They do so much development, like very like from the very beginning in Platinum. Like I'm shocked at how like we rarely see the guy in Diamond. I'm like, wow, like you see him like twice or three times total before like the final battle. Just kind of like that's nothing. In Platinum, you see him like pretty consistently, like usually after every badge or two. Um, so it's just shocking to me, like going back to Platinum, sorry, going back to Diamond after playing Platinum like 10 or so times, and like just seeing like how much the series changed with that game. So yeah, Brilliant Diamond, I would say if you don't have a problem with it being a Diamond remake, then cop it. If you don't like Diamond, then get Plat, then just play Plat. That's all you need. And I think besides that, I think that's it that I've been playing. I was honestly just Valorant and Cold War as usual. Cold War is easy, so you should use that as young kids. So I hope to play SMT after, but I have to play SMT on my Switch because I'm not taking my computer back. Oh, Halo Infinite. I played an
Halo
hour.
Infinite.
Halo. I actually, honestly, I've never played a Halo game before, so like I'm coming from Call of Duty. I actually kind of dig it. I definitely do dig it. Um, I do like. Oh, it just feels fun. I love using the pistol. I love using that fucking pistol, getting headshots with it.
Yeah,
Um,
that's nice.
the only thing I want is they need to make a Slayer playlist because I'm sorry, I'm not trying to fucking play like hold the ball like I oddball. I'm not trying to play that.
You can turn those off, I think.
Not really. Like I bookmark it, but it still like gives it to me.
Oh,
That's all I can really do. But like I like it's I do enjoy. I enjoy more than I think I would. But I don't think I would ever buy a battle pass for this game. Not just because of the challenges, because like I just don't see myself like when I buy a battle pass. I know I'm going to commit to it for at least a year. I don't think I'll do that as of now. Just because
oh.
like I have too many multiplayer games like Cold War and Valorant are just like constant for me. Cold War progression is always there, and Valorant's always a challenge. So like my needs are met. But I'll I can play Halo Infinite like pretty consistently. Like, I do like it. They need. I hope the battle pass gets better though because usually I was telling Red Hood this like usually in like season one and stuff like battle passes for customization sake are pretty shit like always. Then they usually improve like every season as time goes on. So I hope Infinite's the same way because I'm just like I'm not trying to fucking pay a battle pass for lens like fucking gun like goggle lens. Sorry, but yeah, I think that's damn. I went on a tangent about Pokemon. Pokemon. I'm a fucking Pokemon until I die. Dude, bless. I'm not a COD shill. I'm a Pokemon shill. All right.
Gotcha.
definitely
It's
are,
even
man.
worse.
You know what
Nah.
came before
It's even
Pokemon?
worse.
Pokemon wasn't even original. Let's have that talk real quick. Guess what came out before Pokemon?
What?
Digimon.
Well, no. Shin Megami Tensei. Hmm.
Well, I will play that someday.
All I gotta say, man. Pokemon copied SMT.
Hey, man. They must be doing something right because Pokemon like the #1 fucking IP in the world, bro.
The number one IP and a number one shitty game called Sword and Shield.
That game is absolutely ass, but the franchise ain't shit. That's showing us that, bro. You still have people out there saying it's like the best Pokemon game, and then like it's their opinion. You can't. I'm like, no, fuck that. They're fucking wrong. Fuck that shit. That's like saying like Modern Warfare 2019 is the best Call of Duty. Like, no, you're just wrong.
Nah, it is though.
Fuck that.
It is though.
Nah,
But yeah.
nah.
If you're talking the
I-
recent CODs, I would say it is. If you're talking
Nah.
overall, then no.
Nah.
Because it was
Recent
definitely better than
CODs?
definitely better than
Wait.
Cold War. Definitely better than World War II. Definitely better than Vanguard
There you go, dog.
and
I
Black
mean,
Ops 4.
No, it's not better than BO4. It is not better than BO4.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
it isn't.
It's not better than BO1 or 2 though.
Wes, is Modern Warfare the best Call of Duty of all time to you, or you mean like last
I
gen?
mean, I haven't played that many. So
Oh, okay.
it's
So,
the best one. It's the
so you
best
don't
one
know
I've played.
so you don't know what you're talking about. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
It's the best
You're
I've
not credible,
played, bro.
You're not credible. You're not
Oh
credible.
man, show me your
Bro, I
your
got-
gamer
No, show me your
tag.
fucking gamer tag.
Bro, I got the receipts, but we gonna have to play. What do you call that shit?
Halo
Uh,
Infinite.
no, no. So, was it six? Was that six finger roulette or some shit? I don't know.
What
I
are you
forgot the
talking
fucking
about?
name of that. I don't fucking know.
Russian roulette.
Russian
Black
roulette. Yeah,
Russian roulette?
yeah, Russian roulette.
It's
We'll
a
have to play
6-finger
Russian
roulette.
I don't know.
Damn,
Some shit. I don't know.
Okay.
man,
Oh.
damn, man. BO3 the best.
Mm,
BO3.
not
Yeah, it had-
overall. Not overall. Not
It had the
overall.
worst monetization by far. Even BO4
And the
was
worst
better.
campaign.
Yeah, I didn't even
The
finish
worst
that shit.
campaign, not the worst.
Yeah.
Campaign. I mean, I didn't finish that shit
Bro,
either.
dude, that campaign was ass.
Zombies made up for that shit, and that's. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, man. That campaign was a
Kill a
big
dragon.
step down from 2.
Dude, I kill a dragon in zombies. Bloodshot, did you kill a dragon in Modern Warfare?
Fuck does that have to do?
Exactly.
with
I didn't think so.
anything? Who
Exactly. I didn't think
cares?
so. I didn't think so.
Who cares
think
about
so.
a
There you go.
fucking
Killing
dragon? How many
dragons, bro.
dragons are in every game?
I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Rest my case.
Dude, Halo
God.
doesn't have a
Did you,
dragon.
did you launch?
So,
did you
so
launch
every
a,
game with a dragon is the best game ever.
Yes,
Did you launch
sir.
a rocket to the moon?
Okay.
Go back in time and launch a rocket to the moon. Did you do that in Modern Warfare?
Who gives a fuck?
Okay, exactly. You didn't do that. All right. I
Doom
did that.
Eternal's better. Who cares?
I see.
Ooh.
You
I don't
trying to do a different game? They're not the same game, sir. With different games.
Nigga, you talk about dragons. Who do you fucking care
No, that's a
about
Call of
fucking
Duty.
dragons?
That's in Call of Duty.
Oh man.
Bro, that shit does not matter.
Rest my case.
It's
You know what
not
has a
matter.
dragon? A certain
What?
game that we didn't get to talk about, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh shit, I
Hey!
played that game. I forgot about that. Yeah.
That was a good game. Only problem I had
It's
with that game was shitty boss battles.
Oh really?
Yes.
I didn't have a big problem with it. They were pretty easy though.
Bro,
But I
there's
didn't have
just
a-
bro, we're having superhero boss problem issues. Miles had it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
Arkham Knight had it,
Broke my heart.
and now Guardians
It's-
has it.
Is Origins like the last good one with boss fights?
Bro, my thing is Origins. Bro, if we go talk about it, I said this a number of
I
times
know
to
you
death.
did. You know
Bro,
you
it's a
did.
copycat of Arkham City
I
boss
know.
battle
It was
designs.
better. It was better.
Gosh dang.
I did not like Arkham City. I mean, I didn't like. It's like I didn't like it. It's just so short. It was like 4 hours.
It was not 4
Did he?
hours.
You're
I get
fucking.
That game was
Bugging.
way too short.
That game is at least 10 hours.
Yeah,
No,
it's 10
no,
hours.
City?
Yes, it is.
Dude,
It
City
is
felt.
at least.
Watch,
10.
watch.
I
I'm gonna look it
swear-
up. How long
No.
to beat? Let's do it.
No, I
Yeah,
swear,
how long
like
to beat it.
I swear, when you got, I think like, there's this one point in the game where I'm like, okay, I know I'm almost done the game. Like, okay, maybe it's like 6 hours, but it felt like 4 hours. It felt very short to me.
Here we go. Arkham City main story 12 and a half hours.
It did not. That is
It
so
was-
cap. It did not
yes,
feel that
it
long. It did not
was.
feel like that at all.
Main
That's-
plus extras 21 and a half hours.
that is cap.
Completionist
There
46
you go,
hours.
bro.
That
It
is
was
cap.
a long game, bro.
Arkham Origins actually felt long, like good long. Pause.
No, sir.
I still love Arkham. If those shot gloves were in the game, it would have been like a lot better. Also, like that Bane boss fight was fire.
Not at all,
Yeah,
sir.
What? You're bugging.
Bro,
When he
the
fucking was
best,
stomping on the
the
ground?
best boss battle in any of the Arkham games is Mr. Freeze.
Okay. I know everyone says that. Nah, the Bane one was better.
No,
I actually felt
sir.
terrified. I
Bro,
felt
the
terrified.
Bane one was a copy of freaking fucking Mr. Freeze.
But it was better.
No, it wasn't better.
It was better. It was absolutely
Bro,
better.
no, it
They go,
wasn't.
do it, bro. I was fucking
No,
losing my
fuck
shit.
that game. Fuck Arkham Origins. That's all I
That's-
gotta say
well,
on that matter.
not the best Batman game, but one. I don't know.
But
So-
yeah, no, Guardians
Yeah.
was fun. I can say definitely better than the MCU version, by far.
It's $40 on Black Friday, which is. I wish it was,
I
on, I wish it was
mean,
like that on PC.
So Green Man Gaming had it for $48 when it first came out.
That's USD though. For me, that's like $61. But like Canadian, it's like 40 on PS5. And I'm like, "Ugh, I want
Oh,
it on PC.
PS5.
Yeah,
Ew.
I want it on I want it on PC. I don't want it on console.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
PC
you got
version's
the
the
ray
best
tracing.
version.
But
Yeah, it's like
outside of the LODs, the LOD management is like the worst for some fucking reason on PC. But outside of that, like ray tracing, and
I
Better
definitely do want to
performance.
play.
yeah, performance is definitely the best on PC. I don't know what's going
DLSS.
on.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm not gonna. If it was like 20 on console, maybe I would buy it for 20. But nah.
That game is pretty fucking good. Got the 80s music. Love to see it. The very good story. Very good story.
I wonder what the
Um,
music, if you streamed it with the non-licensed music, how that would have been.
It's
Would've
it's
been
it's
awesome,
generic
bro.
music. It's
Damn,
generic.
generic.
Yeah. I mean it's the music that they recorded for it.
Bro, so,
Or it won't play music at all
see,
depending on
bro,
the
imagine
situation.
being a streamer and then you're like, let's do the generic music because we got to stream. I feel like that just destroys your, like, enjoyment of the game.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't stream it. I needed to listen to all the music, man. I had to. No way. Like
Mhm.
shit like that and like Life is Strange. I'm definitely not gonna stream that shit. I want to listen to music. I need that.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I'm going into the superhero genre, and also their sister or brother company, Crystal Dynamics, showed a trailer for Spider-Man,
Finally, after a fucking year.
and they showed it off like 2 or 3 times for different aspects. Bro, it looks ass to me.
Oh wait, how's the gameplay? How's it play?
Bro, it's like the trailer made him. It's not. I wouldn't say gameplay, but it made him like in terms of movement speed, like slow, like slower than normal. So it's just like I'm just like what the hell is happening? It doesn't look good to me at all. And then the most recent trailer they have him vlogging and stuff like that with the Avenger. I'm just like, yo, and his voice actor is just not good, man. I'm just like,
Oh, what are we talking about?
of the
Spider-Man DLC.
Spider-Man for Avengers.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah, I
I'm
haven't.
just like,
Okay.
yeah, that's good. I'm good, man. Insomniac to me looks like they still have the definitive Spider-Man version.
Oh yeah, for sure. Then yeah.
It's just like,
I
how do you
didn't.
make Spider-Man look so slow in that trailer? It's so
It's
fucking weird.
That's just how their game design. That's how the game is designed. I mean, it is what it is. You can't have certain characters be incredibly different than others and have completely different movement sets that like change the game. Like you can't just have Hulk jump from like building to building. You can't do that. It's just not how
Okay,
the game
okay.
is designed.
I don't disagree with that assessment, but I feel like in terms of movement, in terms of combos and stuff like that, combat, like I definitely feel like you can make Spider-Man a bit faster.
Yeah, like I watched the trailer and like like he after he leaped, after he swung, he barely even like gained any altitude. I'm like, the fuck? Like it just like seemed like he was in slow motion and it was really like just stiff.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And yeah, I don't like the whole like the voice actor to me. I'm sorry, man. Whoever voiced them, I'm just like, I blame the director for voice acting because man, it just did not seem good. And having him in terms of vlogging and stuff, I'm good on that, Chief. I'm done. I was like, Avengers, whatever, man. It's over. Anybody got any last remarks?
Pour one out, man. Pour one out for the Avengers and the two people that love to play the game. That are left in this
Yeah.
world.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
the
I didn't really
Guardians.
see it. So
Get on
Also,
that
if people are
Guardians.
like promoting this in terms of
Mhm.
like fanboy stuff, it's like, bro, this is not anything to be proud of.
yeah, but why though? But why though? And people didn't even check for this fucking game. They only checked for it because of Spider-Man. They were like, "Oh, we could talk about Spider-Man being in this game. We got it exclusive."
Just like
Yeah.
just like Psychonauts.
Oh, shit.
Shut the fuck up. Psychonauts is fire. You stupid bitch.
I'm gonna play that game.
I think what Alicia means is like Xbox fanboys saying they gotta.
Yeah, I guess with Defensive Blast. Damn.
No, but
Damn, bro.
the,
Have a Kit
the
Kat.
difference between no, fuck out of here.
Have
Fuck
a
outta
Twix,
here.
bro. You're not normal.
Hey, shut the fuck up. The difference between this game and the Psychonauts 2 is Psychonauts 2 is actually a good game. Fuck out of here.
I'm not denying. I never said it wasn't a good game.
But the
Never
point
said
I was making is people only talked about
Ew.
Avengers because of Spider-Man, despite it being bad.
But do you acknowledge that Xbox fans did the same thing for Psychonauts?
He's
When
saying
they-
using as
Psychonaut,
fanboy ammo.
Using it as ammo before it
It's
came
not-
out. Before it came out. Do you acknowledge
Before it came out, yeah. But
Yeah, okay,
still,
there you go. That's all I want.
but the difference is that the end product is two different things, though.
that? All right.
Yeah, see, I think you guys were arguing about two different things.
Yeah, man. Bless. I don't. Damn, bless. You need a Twix, bro. You need a Mars
Fuck out
bar.
of here. Fuck out of here.
I'm gonna play Psychonauts.
Pokemon fanboy.
I went to the gym with my girl. She got me Psychonauts 2 today, bro. So I'll
Oh
play
man.
that.
I feel that.
Man.
Yeah, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play that.
Alright.
It's
Alright,
$1
come back.
on Game Pass, you fucking heathen.
What do you mean? She bought it for me. I can't say no to that.
Fucking heathen.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
this is a good segue because of Game Pass that we're talking about. Is Forza 5, Forza Horizon 5 came out, and not a lot of people talked about this. Is that they had an early release or early access, and I found it very interesting because a certain game also did an early access, which was Gears 5 Ultimate Edition, and there were two ways to access it, which was paying for the Ultimate Edition price or paying for Game Pass Ultimate. Now, going into Forza Horizon 5, that wasn't the case. The only way to have early access of that title was to purchase a add-on for $50 on top of your Game Pass monthly subscription, or paying that premium price, which was about $100. Didn't really see any terms of, like, I guess, notice or coverage on it, which I find very interesting because it seems like Microsoft is testing the waters for certain titles that they want to have for early access. And I would not be shocked if Gear 6 does this same type of model.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that because you play Origin or EA Play Pro, like you get these things and you get the ultimate edition of the game. Game Pass is like, nah, you broke motherfuckers get the standard edition. It's like, huh? This is your game. Don't you want to bolster Game Pass sales? Why $50 edition add-on?
And it seemed like they had 2
kinda.
million players for the early access. So people paid that $50 $100. Which that to me seems like a level of success that I don't think that they'll ignore, and that they will apply that to certain titles.
Yeah, which, like I'm not a fan of. You should get the Ultimate Edition if you get Game Pass. Especially Game Pass Ultimate. If you have this $15 a month, if you're spending $15 a month, you should get the Ultimate Edition. Why not? You're paying the most.
I think this will be something they'll continue to do for future games because it's like a workaround without like it really violating their original like commitment to gamers, and they also like win-win because they get extra money for people who like really want to buy the game early. Which goes in the question: does Game Pass make enough money by itself to just like so? I think they'll continue to do this, and it's working because they always sold like almost like 2.5 million, which is pretty crazy. So
that was before it came out.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So that's
Yeah.
and like So
No, what are you gonna say?
no, I think I was just gonna like just end it off like that.
Oh. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it sucks. Sorry, it sucks because like it puts devs like they have to finish the game earlier than the release date, right? So it sucks for them too.
That's true.
Yeah. Got people in Twitter Spaces like, yo, when did Forza Horizon 5 actually release? It's like, oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's interesting because I think
Silly,
we
man.
had a debate about that in servers. Like, when does what constitutes the actual release date? Do you follow the Twitter, like the tweet of them celebrating it coming out earlier, or when it actually comes out
I
for
say
other
the official
people?
release. I said the official release date. Um, yeah, I say the official release date, I guess. Because that could be constituted into like talk about like game of the year and shit, and like fucking PUBG being in beta and being nominated for game of the year type shit. It's like game's not officially out yet. It's in a game of the year nomination.
Which is
Weird.
bullshit, yeah. Which is bullshit.
Yeah, so I don't agree with that completely.
All right.
But yeah.
And also Halo Infinite, they kind of did the same thing again, right? Did an early release before it came out. But it was the multiplayer, but it was still like kind of the same, kind of like phone version of that.
Matter of fact, could that be the next topic? Because that shit was very interesting.
What for? The stealth round?
Halo. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had their 28th anniversary, kind of like event, more backwards compatible games coming, and this was basically the last batch of them, and they're done with backwards compatible. They also said that they're gonna have a documentary, for Xbox as a whole. So I don't know whether or not it's going to be developed in house by them in terms of that documentary, because I'm wondering if they'll just go over the rough patches of Xbox and not be a true representation of like the whole history for their company, or if this will be done by an independent person that is like being funded by Xbox. So it'll be interesting. A lot of documentaries are very interesting when it comes to the gaming industry. It happened with Sega. Really good documentary for that when they were competing with Nintendo. But
Yeah, that was entertaining.
yeah, I forgot what it was called, but it was really good. Yeah, and then they kind of like stealth dropped and announced, "Hey, Halo multiplayer is out now." And then we kind of heard later, now it's in beta or whatever. So I found it interesting. It's like, oh, this is in beta, but there's no actual title for it saying Halo Infinite multiplayer beta when you download it. So
Yeah. And usually why companies will do that, like Fortnite, was because like it's easy to get past certification for patches, but like this is a Microsoft game, so like there shouldn't really be a problem with certification or whatever.
No, yeah.
So like it's kind of weird that yeah.
It's in house.
Yeah.
Well done by them. Because, I mean, this shit was rumored, and people have been salty about Sony insiders recently, so they didn't expect it to be true. But like, Xbox insiders are I mean, outside of like the acquisition shit, like they're like 80% correct most of the time. Like they're just like they're pretty good. They got a good track record. So
my thing is, when it comes to Xbox insiders, is like I'm pretty sure Xbox tends to leak that shit to them. Like they do that shit on purpose for hype.
Wasn't the Game Pass
yeah.
release date like already there for Halo? Like wasn't that, I think I saw somewhere like, oh, like the Game Pass release date for Halo changed.
It was something about it changed in the something about it changed in like the files, like the kernel of the fucking, not the kernel, but it changed in the INI files of the Game Pass or something, or when you download like the Xbox, the small like, oh, you could preload it type shit where it's like 10 megabytes or some shit. Like they said that it changed in that. And also it changed for some people, like you Google it and it showed like yesterday. So it's like, what the fuck?
So would you credit insiders for that, or would you just like, would that be something you credit insiders for?
I mean, it started with insiders.
Okay.
That information, like Googling it, that should happen after. They Googled it
Oh, okay.
after.
Okay.
But so, yeah, like,
Yeah.
Microsoft doing that A1 play, honestly, A fucking one.
Yeah, I agree. That was a very good move considering like what the Battlefield like just came out and like that shit the bed Call of Duty shit the bed. No better timing, to be
Like,
honest.
oh, let's just come out early, bro. What's good? What are we afraid of?
They need to fix that. They need to fix that progression because they might suffer the same fate Apex did for a while. Like Apex is good now, but like for a good like year or so, Apex was not good because there was like no content.
Hmm.
So they need to fix that shit because people are gonna get bored and people are gonna like drop it. There's too many shooters out there for them to be complacent with progression. They can't say like, oh, there's enough content for season one, y'all will be okay. Nah, no, that should be like now, immediate, you know, playlist and progression, in my opinion.
Yeah, but overall, that they doing well with that shit. Hopefully, they add experience. I mean, they said they're gonna look into it, but hopefully they add experience later down the line, and hopefully a fucking full screen mode, because
Yeah,
that explanation as to
why?
why a full screen mode is not there. Oh, it doesn't cause extra or better performance. It's like, but yes, it does. Why are you lying? Yes, it does. It's like, it's like it may not be meaningful to you, the extra performance,
Yeah,
but
'cause
it's
they'll get that mob.
definitely there.
They'll get
And
mobbed regardless of performance. So,
yeah, and like it provides less input lag.
Mhm.
So it's like, what are we arguing here? Why is a basic thing not in there? But honestly, I came to like just expect Xbox games to not have that, because like all the Xbox games I've tried recently don't have a proper full screen mode.
really?
Yeah, because there's something about the Xbox app, like,
Ugh.
I don't know. So it's like whatever.
Even the Steam versions?
I mean, Forza doesn't have proper full screen. It's just borderless. I don't even. Why do they call it? Why do they call it full screen if it's not even full screen though? Just call it borderless. Why do you name it full screen? It's fucking stupid because it's not. Just name it something else. Name it what it is. But I don't know. Fuck. What was I gonna say though? Oh, about the. But yeah, like what they did was incredible. That timing was incredible. The game is in a good state. It still has work to do. Like for some reason, like if you set a minimum, I saw Alex was saying this. If you set like a minimum frame rate to something, it'll turn on dynamic resolution,
What?
even if dynamic resolution is turned off. So it's kind of weird.
So what would you do then to fix that? Just not have a limit?
And in order to like properly change it, also you have to have VSync on as well. I don't know. It's a weird situation. You have to read his tweet.
Okay.
But yeah, it's kind of weird. But overall, that game is in a pretty good state compared to fucking everything else.
Yep.
So good shit on Microsoft. Good shit.
Yep.
And also them Steam numbers are going crazy.
Yep.
Yep.
They're still on top two.
They broke the fucking servers for the download servers for that game.
Yeah. I was like, I'm gonna wait until the nighttime to download this shit.
It's 245,000 concurrent right now.
That's pretty dope.
Jesus.
So, I guess we can go into another set of news. And this is regarding SMT5. And people went to the files, I believe, and this is corroborated by the NVIDIA GeForce leak.
Yeah.
And SMT5 looking like it's going to be headed to PC and PlayStation.
You know what's crazy, bro?
Love to see it.
I thought Red Hood. I thought Switch fanboys bought games more than anyone else. I thought the Atlas fans were on Switch, right? Remember that? I thought.
I mean, that's what I heard.
And I heard that like the Persona and the Shin Megami Tensei fan base is on Nintendo, and that Persona would just and Japan. What about Japan? I thought Japan was like just Switch. So why? So why would they need PlayStation and PC? What? Why would they need that?
Yeah, why do they need that the third world
Yeah,
dweller platform,
exactly.
though? Come
Why
on.
would they need that? They got the Switch.
Yeah.
Summers, Endless Summers or whatever the fuck that thing is. I don't
The
know.
shit that Blandrew be saying.
I don't know.
It's the never ending summer.
Everlasting Summers.
Everlasting shit. I don't know. Some wild shit. I don't know.
It's just crazy, man. Like, no time. They did not waste any time. But I mean, I know Persona 5 is gonna go multiplayer. I have a feeling, but man, like, it's just.
I think that's just gonna happen in a while, man. I don't
Yeah.
even expect. I think that'll hit PC in 3 years.
Nah, I'm thinking next year.
I don't think next year, bro. If that was the case, this NVIDIA GeForce leak that had SMT5, that also listed Captain Full Body, would have also listed Persona.
Hey, man, maybe Atlas is big brain, bro. Maybe they
Big
just
brain.
Like, hey, man, you never know, bro.
No, sir, dude. Atlas is not. They wouldn't. If Big Atlas was big brain, they wouldn't have that shit in the files of the game.
No, because you know why? Because they baited y'all with that.
Hmm.
They baited y'all.
Oh, here we go.
I'm telling you.
God damn it.
And they go
Nah.
take your heart like bam. Take your heart.
Them GeForce, Jesus Christ. them GeForce fucking leaks are looking to be more true and more true. You'll love to see it.
Returnal was on there, right?
Yes.
It was on one of them, yeah.
Okay, I'm like, because Returnal, I don't know if I should wait on it 4 months or buy it now. It's like what six? Oh no, I think it's $60. That's too expensive.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that PC version at this point. I feel like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
I need that mouse and keyboard. It would be so much. It'd probably be so much more fun.
Well, I think
Mouse
I
and keyboard.
think I feel you about that.
But yeah, but like there was multiple leaks for that GeForce Now. That second leak, that shit was kind of crazy. It said Horizon Forbidden West 7 months after release going to PC.
Well, to be fair, for the 7 months in that leak, or someone that found the leak said, well, what did they say? They said originally that may have been when Horizon wasn't delayed yet. That is what they said in the articles and stuff like that, or whatever. The person who found the leak said that.
So it might be actually like a year out.
Yeah.
Mm.
So technically, it would come out, I would say the latest February, I guess, of next year.
Even if that's true, that's actually. Sony fanboys are gonna lose their fucking mind. Even a year later, it's gonna be a better product on PC.
I don't think a year is bad. It's like I'll just be double dipping. So they'll be getting the people that double dip, as well as the people that wait, as well as the people that don't play on PC. So it's like I guess you say win-win situation for them.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yep. Before we go to Game Awards, I am like trying to think if there's anything else that we missed.
We were talking about GTA.
Oh yeah, the GTA.
Yeah.
Yes.
I forgot about that one.
You must have this conversation.
Bruh.
Bro, so what happened to your company, man?
Yeah, what happened to
Let me
Rockstar? I thought they were good.
let me tell you. First of all, I was under the assumption that these games were not being made based off the mobile ports that were also bad versions. But these games apparently I saw that like they're made on top of the mobile version. So all of those bugs and all the shit that was like already there with the mobile ports just got carried over and then some. So with that in mind, yeah, these shits are ass. Like because I thought like they wouldn't use the mobile code, but I guess that was a lot easier for them to do than to go back to the original versions. But yeah, look, man, Dan Hauser, when that guy left, everyone was like, "No, don't worry, there's more than one person." I'm like, yo, that guy leaving he's a big part of that company, and I think his brother's still there, but like, come on, like the twin heads, and one of the heads is gone, like it's not gonna be the same company.
Yeah.
So it's really sad, man. Like because they had a really big opportunity. Now people overreacting because people are saying this is cyberpunk, and it's not at all like cyberpunk. I think people are too stuck in the moment.
It's kind of like Cyberpunk on Switch, but that shit looking crazy on the Switch.
Look, man. People told me in 2017 that I don't buy a Switch for power, so I don't want to hear them complaining about graphics. You know, you remember that too. So I don't want to hear them complain about graphics. So they know they reap what they sow. Like everyone was telling them about graphics and stuff, and they were focused on Wii U ports of games, saying like, "Oh, this is why it's not a problem."
They didn't buy it for frame rates either. That shit
Exactly.
a consistent 15 frames.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks it looks like the it looks like the PS2 version. It looks like the PS2 version with the same or worse frame rate. This shit look crazy. That shit is absolutely criminal that actually released. At least push it back, give it to Panic Button, see what they can do with that port.
Wait a minute. I'm not gonna say who this is because I respect them. But how the hell do they have a 35 level in Halo Infinite?
What? Oh, I think maybe they like bought like the
fucking like level up.
Yeah, they scamming.
Jeez, that's like how much do you have to buy for that?
You know what's crazy?
I need to know what that is though. You gotta tell me.
No,
after.
sir, I cannot.
Put it in the chat.
You have to tell me.
Put it in the chat, then delete it.
No, I'm not. Not at all.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You can't.
Why would you bring this up?
Yeah. Why would you
listen, dog. All I gotta say, listen, man. All I gotta say.
You really think I'm not gonna ask after bringing it up, bro?
Listen, dog.
What do you think? You didn't think this through.
I definitely didn't think this through, dog.
You're literally. Yo, I gotta tell you something. What is it? Nah, never mind. That's literally you're right.
Hey man,
you think I'm not gonna question? Like, what the fuck going on? You bugging?
Oh my god.
Oh, Red Hood, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. Also, Vanguard multiplayer is free this weekend.
I'm good.
Who gives a shit about that game?
They were scared. They're shivering in their timbers off this fucking.
Oh yeah, bro. And that zombies, bro, that shit is fucking awful. It's so bad that you have people saying Black Ops 4 Zombies was good. That's how bad it is. That's how bad the shit Zombies is. Oh my god, bro.
It's a dub.
It's a
dub. They have no chance, bro. Halo's just about to steamroll, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, free to play, the most like it runs the best out of the three. Like,
it is what it is.
Beyond that. Pow.
Yeah. Fuck, what were we even talking? What was
we were talking about Grand Theft Auto. All I can say on the Grand Theft Auto shit is that thing is disgusting. It's a trash port, and they should be ashamed of themselves.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter if Rockstar did it or not. They approved this. This is their IP. They approved this. They put this out as a product for people to buy. What the fuck? Like, at least can the next gen consoles get solid performance? Please? It can't run 60 FPS? And are you fucking kidding me? Going in the 40s? For a game that's remastered on a new engine, but it's a 20-year-old game, like. And then on top of that, like I watched the Digital Foundry. They did a 40-minute video on GTA 3 only. I watched that entire video.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, they're gonna do like each game individually.
I mean, also
there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, there was someone because. With the mobile port, someone did like 2 40-minute videos on San Andreas port alone, like the 10th anniversary one. Someone did 2 40-minute videos just for San Andreas. So like, yeah, there's like, bro, like
that I saw that video. That game doesn't have the same soul. It's not. It doesn't have the same soul. It doesn't have the same feeling. It doesn't have the same atmosphere. It it's lifeless.
Yeah.
Like, and then on top of that, they have their own graphical glitches, and they have like bad upscaling like artifacts and like misspelling because of possibly due to upscaling. Like, they have their own problems on top of the previous problems. Hate to see it. And bad performance.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, I don't know what they're gonna do, bro.
And they took the game off of being purchased on PC.
It's back on PC now.
It's back.
Yeah, could they like the that code is gone, so it's back on PC.
Jesus
That's why I
Christ.
took it down because they found like some like dev diary code or some shit. That's why I took it. That's what I took it off.
That that shit is looking like a fucking a mess. I don't know. Rockstar, honestly, Rockstar hasn't been one of my favorite devs in a while. Ever since their output has like lacked, I've been just like waning away from them.
Yeah,
Ever since like 2013, I'm like, great. GTA 5 is a fantastic game. I loved it. Story is amazing. The multiplayer was really fun in certain aspects. I got kind of tired of GTA Online, but it was really good. And then after that, just crickets. And then RDR2 launched, and I'm just like, I prefer the first. And it's just like, all right, you guys are not top tier to me in my opinion anymore. You have gone down the ladder. You're fucking with my emotions.
So who's
Can't have that.
who's top tier now?
I'll say one of my favorites is Respawn.
Okay, I agree with that. They haven't missed yet.
Yeah,
They haven't missed yet.
but yeah, Rockstar, what the fuck you doing, baby? What are you doing, baby? No.
That's fine.
I was gonna ask, like, should they do any more remakes?
After this, man, I don't know.
You don't think they can like learn their lesson? You know, because like, have they really done this before? They haven't really done this before.
or like a remaster like this? No,
Yeah.
not I can think of. But it's like they're owned by Take-Two. Will they learn their lesson?
And also, like, I feel like Rockstar's Take-Two is most like cherished, like, public, like, developer that they own. Out of everything that they own, I feel like Rockstar's the most cherished one. So,
Honestly, the fact, I mean,
because I would want them to. I don't know if I wanted to break Bully because like, if they don't
might
censor
ruin
it,
that shit.
yeah, no, if they don't censor, first of all, I own the game, so like, if whether they bring it or not, whatever. But like, if they don't censor it, just update the controls like slightly, then it's fine. Like, I don't need anything else besides that because the controls are not horrible, but they're like borderline horrible.
Yeah, I get it.
I want to play that game again. Fuck, that game was so. That's what like top 2 Rockstar games for me, to be honest. I think no, sorry, it's top 3. It's definitely top 3. GTA 4 is number 1, the best GTA. RDR 1 and then Bully.
Ah, man. But yeah.
Alright. I think that is it, right? I guess going to the Game Awards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Game Awards, the Game of the Year nominations are RE8, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Psychonauts 2, and I am forgetting the rest. No cap.
Wait. Deathloop? Wait.
Oh yeah, Deathloop.
Ratchet and
Gosh
Clank?
dang. Yeah, I said Ratchet and Clank. I said Psychonauts 2. I said RE8.
Yeah. It Takes Two.
It Takes Two.
Yeah. And 3 of those games that are on that list are the 3 games I have tied in my head for Game of the Year. So we love to see it. Lists that actually make sense.
I'll say none of these games are Game of the Year. The Game of the Year should go to Final Fantasy 14 and Walker.
God damn it.
Nah, the game of the year should be Neo Will Ends With You, which did not get a single nomination.
No,
Just
and
sad.
Walker over that game.
No respect for these fallen games.
Uh,
I don't know. It's no respect.
But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't
How
really.
did Deathloop get nominated for music over Neo Will Ends With You? How does that fucking work, bro?
Music?
Fuck that.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Honestly, I don't know how good the music is in Neo, but I mean, if we're taking out a game out of that list, I might have to take out Replicant.
Dude, take
Yeah.
out both those games.
Low key, I might take out Replicant.
Listen.
Even though I love Nier Automata has some of the best music in gaming, in my opinion. But Replicant, the music, it didn't hit the same. And the game is not as good, nowhere near as good as Automata. So it's like it makes it even worse.
You beat Replicant, right?
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay.
I got the true ending.
Yeah.
Listen,
Which also that true ending fucking sucks. So
can we talk about this? Get rid of those 2 games, Deathloop and that Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker, and Tales of Arise.
What about Returnal, bro?
What music?
Oh, sorry, they meant for Game of the Year.
No, I was talking about music.
you want that shit for Game of the Year? Your Persona?
No.
You on that Persona vibe?
I mean, I never played.
Dude, honestly, I would get rid of some of these games, though. I would have Tales of Arise up there. I would have SMT5 up there. I would have Endwalker up there. I'm trying to think of something else.
SMT hasn't barely been out, so I don't. think
No, I
it's
made the
on.
deadline. It's already
I mean,
nominated.
oh no, oh damn.
Yep. Just didn't get Game of the Year nomination.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
Metroid
Metroid Dread, I
Dread.
forgot.
Jeez, was
I was
in
about
that.
to say Metroid Dread. I forgot about that.
Metroid Dread. It was all right. It was.
I'm
It was
saying,
good.
man,
Honestly,
it's good. It's good.
I would want it to win just for the health of the franchise. Because I feel like if it wins Game of the Year and with its good sales, like Nintendo
Dude,
will be
whoa,
like,
whoa,
okay,
whoa. Can we
this
say
is-
that it's
Man,
good sales,
it'll be
though?
alright.
Hmm?
It has definitely good sales.
So,
it,
I
did Returnal have good
okay.
sales?
outsold
I agree with that. But there are people in a different definition that think that that certain titles from Nintendo, like Animal Crossing and other games that do these big numbers in Breath of the Wild and Metroid Dread only doing 700K for the first month.
Yeah, those people are goofy. I mean,
But-
if you look at, it's a matter of looking at.
No, I agree with
The-
that. I do think, though, Nintendo fans were thinking it would have hit a mil, at least.
But are Returnal sales bad now? Or it's like
In their mind, they would think
Yeah.
that too, right?
because if Metroid sales are good, it's been around for 30 years. Returnal does almost 600K with
Yeah.
an eighth of the install base or not to the install base and a new IP.
Mm-hmm.
$70. So if Metroid sales are good, then why aren't Returnal sales good by that same logic?
That's true. Like
But,
at the end of the day, my logic, and when it comes to a success, and I talked about this to Meds, is that if it turns a profit, that is me when it comes to a success for a title.
But regardless,
Yeah.
like,
It's definitely based off of previous entries in that genre, or also what previous sales figures of that.
Well, you can't.
company
I agree and
before.
disagree with that though,
So-
because the thing is, like, and this is a big, like, not a what if, but a big, like, I don't know, like
Yeah,
maybe whatever. Let's say it's a what if. So let's say I create a game or I have a franchise, right? We'll say, I don't know, Killing Zombies 1. And, I sold like $1 million, like 1 million copies. And then I make Let's Kill Zombies 2 or Kill Zombies 2, right? But the thing is, my production budget, I'm like, all right, we're going to go in. I'm going to make brand new physics for this game. I'm going to have, I don't know, like flesh coming off my zombies and stuff like that. And the production and the budget increased a lot. And let's say it hit 3 million. But the thing is, 3 million copies and my budget, it didn't meet, that the 3 million copies sold. I didn't break even. I actually lost money. Like,
yeah,
you
it's
gotta
also
also
based
account
off
to
of-
that.
it also based. I mean, yeah, it's also based off of the
I want to like
expectations
let
of
the
people.
viewers know that, because some people are probably thinking, oh, if it increases like in terms of like sales for a franchise, then it's an automatic success. It's like, yeah, I'll also incorporate the production cost in it, just like any movie too. Because
Yeah.
Avengers, like let's say, Infinity War, Endgame, that's the highest a Marvel movie budget is. And if they made like just $1 billion, it's not good.
Yeah.
$1 billion. There you go.
And there's other situations where it's like it's kind of ridiculous how something isn't um successful. Like Tomb Raider and selling 6 million, not
Hmm.
being successful.
And that's where the allocation in
And
terms of resources, in terms of what is being put, is it too much marketing money or
maybe
whatnot?
their expectations are just too high. I mean,
That is true.
I would like to know their budget, but like 6 million copies isn't anything to scoff at. So I mean, that's Square Enix, so they've been shady. So I don't know. And they also have been. They also have like it seems like they don't even like Crystal
Dude,
Dynamics. It seems like they're the redheaded
yeah,
they're the
yeah.
redheaded stepchild
Me and
for
Med
some
said
reason.
this, and I told him this. I'm like, dude, I would not be surprised if Square Enix sells Crystal Dynamics to Xbox at this point. I wouldn't be
Yeah,
shocked.
they don't even like them motherfuckers. Like they kind of
IDOS,
hate
like
them.
I think
Like they
IDOS,
hate
they
them.
like IDOS more than Crystal, it seems.
Crazy, bro. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with the head of the director or some shit of the or of the studio. But yeah. But yeah, I agree with that. But yeah, I mean, it's depend on what Nintendo says. If it's sold well, then it definitely sold well. And obviously it sold way better than previous entries.
Yep.
That's without a doubt. Well, initially it sold way better than previous entries.
We'll see the legs
So,
on the game too, if it has legs. Some people think it does. Some people don't think it has legs.
I don't think it has legs. I think it fills a specific niche for Nintendo fans.
That's what I agree. I know RGT was thinking it has legs. I don't think it does. I think it's not a huge like Metroid has never been this huge franchise. The mainline titles,
which is
and
shocking because it's like my favorite Nintendo franchise. Like I think it's like their best franchise.
yeah, and I just don't see it having huge legs. I don't see like Animal Crossing was to me. I still don't understand it, but I think Animal Crossing, in terms of the amount of sales it had, was because of the conditions in terms of what happened in the world and people getting bored inside their house and buying Switches, and everyone of their moms and sisters and girlfriends and wives were playing this.
Yeah, a lot of girls play Animal Crossing. A lot of girls play Animal Crossing.
So,
Hmm.
yeah.
So what do you guys? All right, so two answers. We should do two answers for each. What do you want to win? What do you think is gonna win? Game of the year.
What do
I want
wait, two for like what I want to win?
Yeah, what do you want in the that's picked that you want to win, and what do you
Okay.
think will win?
My two that I want to win, because I can't speak on Psychonauts 2, is RE8 and It Takes Two. What I think's gonna win, Metroid Dread, and
You got four answers?
No,
The
you're
fuck?
saying two.
I said no.
Oh.
I said one each.
Oh, one each. I
I'm
thought you
giving
said
four.
two each. My bad. Damn it.
what?
There's six. There's six options, man. Why do you?
Gosh, I thought you said two.
Four.
Like your top two or
Goddamn.
whatever. My bad.
You about to just
Jeez.
pick every single one? Goddamn.
No, it was like, I don't know. I'm between. Okay, for me, I'm between RE8 and It Takes Two for what I want. What I think's gonna win is Dread.
All right. What I want to win is I played every one of these games outside of Ratchet and Clank because $70. But what I want to win is I have a three-way tie, but I'm gonna just say it for the hell of it. It Takes Two. I want that to win. And what I think is gonna win is Deathloop. For some reason, I feel like it's gonna be like a random.
I wouldn't be
Deathloop.
shocked either if it does win.
I wonder if Deathloop is like the control this year of the BGAs.
But wait,
Remember
the Control
was,
didn't
like,
even win that year either.
Yeah,
no,
no,
but like
Control
no,
didn't win.
but like it wasn't like every category. It was in a lot of categories that year it came out. Like for
I mean,
like
it's
and like
also
everyone was
Death Stranding was also in a lot of categories that year.
like Death Stranding win a lot of awards.
I won a couple. I won about the same amount as Control, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. No. So what's your pick, at least?
I want Metroid to win just for the health of the franchise, and then what I think is gonna win. Honestly, I think Take Two is gonna. It Takes Two is gonna win. I think the gameplay is very innovative. I think that game, like, the fact that like it came out, it's like I think out of all these games, it's the oldest game out of all of these games that's nominated.
They released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that says a lot about like the legs of the game and like its ability to stick in the media. Um, and I think like its co-op element and the fact that it expanded on that is an innovative like it could it's safe to say that that separates this game from all the other nominees. So I think it's gonna win, but who knows?
All right.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't
You
feel
want to
like.
go through other ones or?
I mean, we can. It's whatever you guys find interesting.
Don't care about best mobile, that's for sure.
How about best what is it, best multiplayer
Oh yeah, best multiplayer. Oh yeah, that's an interesting one.
or best shooter? Wait, which one was Valorant in there?
Man, best esports title, but I don't give a fuck. But all right, so best multiplayer game: Back for Blood, It Takes Two, Knockout City, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim. Same thing.
It
What do you
Takes Two.
want, and what do you think?
Will you say that one more time for nominations? I heard Valheim.
Back for Blood,
Hmm.
It Takes Two, Knockout City, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, Valheim.
I want Valheim to win. What I think's gonna win, and I forgot. Probably New World.
I want to say I have respect for Valheim and what it did. Obviously, I have respect for what it did for sure. But I want It Takes Two to win. What I think is gonna win is I I don't fucking know. Maybe It Takes Two.
Yeah,
Either that or Valheim, maybe. No,
it
or
takes two for both.
It Takes Two for both. All right,
Yeah.
cool.
I think I don't know, like Valheim, like I forgot that game came out this year. And New World, and I wonder if that hype kind of died down too. So, Knockout City, wasn't that game like free on Twitch Prime? Knockout
Yeah, it
City.
was like a free game.
Yeah.
Free on Twitch Prime, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. I didn't even get that shit. I saw it was free for PS Plus. I'm like, oh, okay. No, it looked okay. I don't really care. Best ongoing, no. Best art direction. Best art direction. I always find this one interesting. So, it's Deathloop, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and The Artful Escape.
Why you chuckle at Psychonauts, bro? Why you chuckle at that? That game looks beautiful.
Because all the fucking controversy.
You know damn well Psychonauts don't deserve to be on here. Let's keep it
Okay,
up,
so
Chief.
the thing is, so the graphically, Psychonauts 2 isn't like a graphical showpiece by any fucking stretch of the imagination. But I do think the art design is good. I do think the art direction is good. I don't care what anybody else says.
I'm gonna keep it real, Chief. I think the art looks ugly.
That's fine.
But that's just me. That is just me. I think the art in Canon looks better to me because I prefer
Red
that
Hood,
art style.
don't be nice, Red Hood. Don't be nice. Say it with your chest. Don't be nice.
Say it with my chest. Listen, dog. All I can say, I think it just Psychonauts just looks ugly. To me, it looks hella ugly. But if people take that art style
Then they're
I'm
ugly.
not going to come. Yo, what?
You motherfucker.
Yo,
God damn it.
Gosh,
You
dang.
motherfucker.
Oh shit. Yo,
Hate to
but
see
no.
it, man.
In reality, though, I fucking. Oh shit, that was. I want Kenna to win. But I think Ratchet and Clank's gonna win.
Yeah, because they're gonna confuse art direction and fucking graphics.
Yeah.
I mean, the art direction in the game is not obvious. It's good art direction, but I think it's more pushed by the graphics itself. I think the graphics are more interesting because the art direction it's the same as the previous titles.
But the issue with this now,
it's just graphically way more better.
Well, the problem is for the category they changed the whole graphics and art style and the combination.
Yeah, yeah. They changed that shit.
I forgot if they changed it like 2 years ago. I think it might have been 2 years ago when they combined it basically. So.
I don't know. Honestly, Artful Escape. Why are you here? High key. I don't know why you're here. I'll say I want. I'll say I want Kenna to win. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, I want Kenna to win, and I expect Kenna to win actually. Or actually, I take that back. I'm sticking with it. I expect Kenna to win, and I want it to win. I'm thinking about Deathloop. That's what got. Oh no. Because I mean, the art direction of Deathloop is good. It is good art direction. But I don't know. What are you saying, Alicia?
I would play one of these games on here. I want to play Kenna, but it's not on Steam yet. I haven't played it. I think Ratchet, like the colors were good. Like some levels had really nice colors, but now that I think about it, that's just because I had a lot of cosmic purple. So I think Kenna. I do think Kenna was gonna win because I think I said everything I want to say about that.
You know what they should have for a category? Bad AIs. Definitely
What do
would
you think?
100% win.
Aha!
Yeah.
Death of AI.
That AI is it's something. Even the fucking what you call it, the what's her name? Juliana?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. The Juliana AI is interesting. Honestly, I've started playing that game and then I got killed a couple times because from Juliana real people that are playing Juliana because either the game started to stutter like shit or there was network lag and I died and it pissed me off. So I turned it off and then they had a patch out and then I turned it back on. And then at that point in time, I had like a busted ass shotgun. And every time a Juliana pulled up on me, I blasted her the fuck away. So it didn't matter. So then after that, I think at the end where I was going to do my last run, I turned it off. Cause I was like, who cares at this point? I'm not going to waste time on blasting another Juliana. I don't care. Or real person Juliana. All right, so 5 nominees for best score. I think this is probably gonna be the last one that we do. Best score / music. Cyberpunk 2077.
I had good music.
It definitely did. Deathloop, Near Replicant, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and The Artful Escape.
All right, so this is my thing. I think Guardians had a great soundtrack, but with its own original music, I don't think hit that well. I think Cyberpunk, for me, I think I want that one to win, but I think Guardians will win.
Yeah, they have the 80s. They have the 80s cheat code. To be fair, but that music only played during certain instances, like when you're doing a huddle or a certain sequence. So there's that. I'll say this. I'm not sure why the fuck. Honestly, they could have replaced Near Replicant and Artful Escape.
Dude, should have put it with Tales
Honestly.
of Arise. Tales of
Yeah, they
Arise
gotta.
soundtrack was fire.
Yeah, they gotta replace that shit. Honestly, they gotta replace Artful Escape with Psychonauts 2. The Psychonauts 2 soundtrack is fucking good. It's really good. But what do I want to win? Honestly, it's a toss-up between Cyberpunk and Deathloop. For original soundtracks, so Deathloop has a really good soundtrack. So does Cyberpunk. I'll say, just to give it something, I'll say I want Deathloop to win. And mm, I expect maybe Cyberpunk to win.
People are gonna cry and moan if if it wins.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe Cyberpunk will win, but I want Deathloop to win. Alicia?
I played none of these games, so I don't know what their soundtracks are like.
Oh,
Yeah,
but,
so he abstains.
Shane.
Sorry?
I said just abstain, sir.
Right. No, I think Cyberpunk will win just because the most people played that game, and like the soundtrack is like I think they'll connect the soundtrack to the world and be like, oh yay! So I think Cyberpunk will win.
Best game direction. I kind of sleep on. I don't know if you guys want to do that.
Yo, let's talk about this one, right? The best nominees for innovation and accessibility. I want to talk about that one. All right, so we got Far Cry 6. You know, I don't know what that did. Forza Horizon 5.
Yes.
They let you slow down the game. You know, let you slow down the game. Guardians of the Galaxy. What was those accessibility options? Right, Bless.
Bro, I played that and I have no fucking clue.
Oh, it had good, like, you can change like the difficulty. You can, like, I guess.
Whoa, that's so crazy, bro.
I mean, there's different things that you could change in the difficulty. It's not just one size fits all difficulty, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what else. I don't remember.
Dog, all I can say is I abstained from this because this, like, yeah.
This is definitely an able-bodied journalist category. Definitely. They definitely pushed for this one.
Wait, The Veil, Shadow of the Crown? Okay, so all right. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game, but that game is literally, it has no visuals. It's basically like a game for blind people.
I think you brought that up one time.
I wanted to play it. I have it on my Steam wish list. It's literally a game for blind people. What kind of accessibility options?
Maybe the accessibility is that it's made for blind people, like that itself.
I guess. You know, and I think I already said this joke, but like when they showed that game off, one of the first comments I saw was, "Is there a way for our deaf people to play?" I'm like, bro, it's all sound. What the fuck? I'm sorry, not every game is made for everyone, but
not every game is made for exactly. People don't understand that.
Hey man, don't let people hear you say that, man.
Oh god.
It's funny because if you tell them like disabled people play games, they'll tell you, "Well, now you're using weaponizing disabled people for your side."
Can we kind of talk about, like, I saw like Elden Ring, like some people just say, "Hey, Elden Ring, you should be having some accessibility options," and I'm just like, at the end of the day, you can't pressure a game developer into putting these options that will inherently change their games. I think if the developer wants to do it, then they can do it. But if a developer doesn't want to do it, don't peer pressure them into doing something they don't want to do.
I'll say the guy that went on Weapon Wheel podcast last week, he made great points. Like should they feel the need to put in accessibility options? I feel like they should feel the need to. Do they necessarily have to? They don't have to. They'll just miss out on money. But they don't have to. But I think it's a nice option. But I mean, they'll have to figure out what obviously they'll have to bring in people that have certain disabilities in order to see what they could do control wise and gameplay wise in order to help their specific needs. So I mean, they can if they want to. I don't have a problem with accessibility options. I have a problem with people crying for easy mode.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't have a problem with people asking for accessibility options, especially if they are needing of accessibility options. That doesn't bother me. That's completely justifiable. So, I mean, yeah.
Because
That's what I gotta say about
when
that.
he said like disabled people like they don't want to be treated like they're different, like in terms of like, oh my God, like you can do this, you're so special, like they want to be treated like, yeah, like they want to have a challenge too sometimes. So like as long as you give them the means to customize and tailor the game to like their specific disability or something like that, then that's all they want to that's all they really will want in that context. And it's like people they only talk about easy mode with accessibility. They don't talk about like
Yeah.
the actual like
I agree with
control
that.
or accommodation that can be made to games that like not make it easier, but just give them the way to control how they want to be controlled.
Yeah. Instead of holding a button, you press it once because that
Exactly.
might be hard for you to hold something.
Exactly. Like that's definitely like no one talks about that. They just talk about like difficulty and like
Yeah.
skipping bosses, all this dumb shit.
Yeah. I
Ugh.
should be able to skip a boss. Why do I have to go through this entire level and then go to this boss and die to it and have to restart the boss fight? Why do I have to fight this boss? Like,
And meanwhile, I'm begging for
holy
FF7 like
shit, what?
meanwhile I'm begging for FF7 boss rush mode. That's what I want. The exact opposite of what they want.
This shit is all right. Yeah, those able-bodied people, they're goofy.
They're
They're just
fucking
goofy.
dumbass.
They just people the developers, they just have to find that line. They all have to find that where it crosses into being accessibility or just making your game easier for the average player. If you don't want your game to be easier for the average player, you gotta be very careful where that line is. You gotta find it. So here's what it is. But I don't know who the fuck is gonna win this fucking award though. I have no idea. I'm gonna I'm just gonna say Forza. How about that? I have no fucking clue. I don't know. What else though? Uh let's do what was the other one I was gonna say? Not game direction, I don't really care. Best narrative. Okay.
Oh
Oh,
man.
actually, all right, there's two I want to do. Best narrative. So Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Psychonauts 2.
Listen, man. I would say for me it's between It Takes Two and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hmm. And what do you think is gonna win?
It Takes Two.
I'll say
Just because of the whole dynamic between between a husband and a wife reconciling and making up for their daughter. So that's kind of powerful. So I would assume that.
like a simple story, but it was a good one though. The thing is, it was simple though. That's where I'm like, So I really like the way that Deathloop told its narrative. The way it told its narrative was really fucking good. I really like that. Was it an overall amazing narrative? No, but I don't know. But honestly, in this, I probably have to give it to, or I want to win, Psychonauts 2. But what I think is gonna win is Deathloop. Which one are you picking?
Abstain. I haven't played any of these games.
Just say. Listen,
Uh,
listen. The true winner that should have been on here, Endwalker for Final
you know,
Fantasy 14.
you know what should win? Just for the Psychonauts 2.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you.
There we go.
All right, last one. 5 nominees. Best independent game. 12 Minutes, Death's Door, Kenna Bridge of the Spirits, Inscription, Loop Hero.
Oops, on my wish list.
I'd say Death's Door. I want to win. I think that's gonna win. It's kind of.
I've heard a lot of shit about Inscription. I've heard a lot of shit about Loop Hero. But there hasn't been necessarily buzz in the gaming community that I've seen. But I've heard that they are really fucking good. Well, I've heard buzz about Inscription, but not about Loop Hero. But I've heard both games are really good from like reviewers and shit. But 12 minutes, nah, it's too weak. Death's Door and Kenna, that's what I'm looking at. Honestly, they're like on the same level for me. But just for the sake of it, I want Death's Door to win. I want them to have something. I want Death's Door to win, but I think Kenna is gonna win. Yeah. And I'm guessing you abstain.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna play Death's Door though.
Oh, man.
Honestly, I need to play Death's Door and Kenna, but Kenna's not on Steam yet, so I'm waiting for it to get on Steam.
All right. Those are all at least the interesting ones, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a good episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, share. Granted, YouTube, for whatever reason, doesn't want to show dislikes for anybody. But, yeah. That was something weird. But whatever. Future videos that are coming out. I will be making a Eternals review. And, yeah, I'm going to be going hard on that one.
Sleep. I still haven't seen that. I gotta see that next week.
That wasn't good. And I went for free.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad that you agree that it wasn't good. I'm
I'm
so
bro.
happy.
Okay, the issues I'll say real quick. Issues I had with that film. Yeah, cool world building, good cinematography, bland soundtrack. No character development, bad
Nope.
villains.
Yep.
And one villain conclusion. I can't even call this man a villain, but man just
Disappeared from the story.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just dog, I just facepalmed. I facepalmed and I laughed. I was like, yo, is it
He was literally just a plot device. His entire existence was a plot
No,
device.
I wasn't even talking about that
he-
one. I was talking about the other dude where he literally flew.
Oh,
And then I was like,
okay,
dog,
okay.
I just facepalmed
yeah.
and just chuckled. I was like, yo, they
Well,
really
both
did this.
well, yeah, both of those villains ass dookie butter dog water ass.
Yeah, and
both
then the
of them.
characters weren't memorable either. It's like
I saw someone say, and I agree with this wholeheartedly, instead of making what they created was like a middling Marvel movie, but they could have made that into an incredible episodic show on Disney Plus. They didn't give no character their fucking time. They could have expanded on what like each era of like humanity and just building up this tension and building up their characters and like their interests and whatnot. They could have did that. They would have been like, it could have been like the best fucking Disney Plus show. Instead, it's a trash Marvel movie. It's like,
yeah, so like I was gonna also say it's like these characters are literally the same from the beginning, how they act, how they react. Like there's no actual development. When you go for Iron Man 1, you go from a narcissistic, full of himself individual that gets humbled after going to Iraq and making things from scratch to survive and become a hero and change his company from the inside.
Yep.
This has none of that. It's there's no development whatsoever. and
No.
it's like, no, I don't even remember half the characters' names, to be quite honest. And I was just like,
I don't
honestly, the
either.
only great things, honestly, for me, were like literally the end credit scenes. I think the end credit scenes were cool for the future of Marvel. But me saying
Yeah.
that, does that make a movie a good movie? That's up to you to decide. But I've seen people
Cool.
defending the movie like that. It's just like, hey, if you like the
That's
movie, more power to you. For me, like they Kevin Feige wanted this to be an Oscar-worthy movie. It came nowhere close to that.
No way. Ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no
So,
way.
yeah, I'm gonna be making a huge review on that. I'll definitely have like a clipblade title, no cap, why I hate Eternals and stuff like that, and what else am I gonna do? Oh, and also another one, which isn't even clickbait, why I love Final Fantasy 14. I'll be making those two videos, and I'll be streaming on Twitch. So look forward to those 2 videos coming out. It's gonna take me some time, but hopefully I get into the mojo of doing that, and then of course in the near future I'll do a Spider-Man No Way Home movie review when it comes out, as well as the Matrix Resurrections. But yeah. And hopefully we'll have more topics in the coming future. Game Awards, definitely we will, with the game announcements and the winners and losers of these awards. But yeah, but before that, who knows? If we'll get any gaming news. But yeah, make sure to also follow me on Twitch at RoadType420. Subscribe, like, share. There are things for you guys to follow in the description box below for them. But Bless, where can they find you at?
You can find me on twitch.tv/ was it forward or back? I always forget. Who fucking cares? Just type in Twitch and then put in my name in the search bar. Blessed Red. Where I'm gonna be playing some Halo Infinite. I'm gonna be. I streamed it yesterday. I was gonna stream it today, but I was doing something else. So, yeah, I'll be streaming it. So you check me out on the show.
No. What about you, Alish?
Hey man, first name's. I don't know if you want to find me, but if you want to find me, first name's Alish. That's all you need to know. It's on first search result. Yeah, great episode. I'm very excited for my new future as a another PC representative gamer that makes like 40-minute videos on PlayStation fanboys. So I'm excited for my future. Because what there's nothing else out there to do besides PlayStation fanboys. So why not just jump on the train? So
The views are looking bright, bro. It is
Bro.
what it is.
bro, there are dudes out there that how do I describe these people? Let's just say like I can't imagine having a sibling like that. And they make PlayStation fanboy videos for 8 months. Past 8 months. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Is there anything else you can do? Like, damn. Maybe watch your
Nah.
sibling, maybe watch your brother. I don't know. But yeah, so that's kind of the predicament right now. But yeah, great show. And see y'all at the other side of the VGAs. Let's hope it's Psychonauts 2, baby.
Let's go.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the Overload Podcast signing off. Peace.